Hello ladies, it is yours truly, Christopher Doc Reid, the co-author of The Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box, which your father didn't tell you and your mother didn't know. Listen, once again this week I am very excited. Why? Because I am being featured in the August and September editions of Elan Couture magazine. It's like, you know, it's French, so you got to say that right, you know, Elan Couture. Because as a man, I'm tempted to kind of put like a more manly, you know, swagger on it, like Elan Couture magazine, you know, but it kind of cheapens it. So, you know, you don't want to go out like that. Anyway, all right, what's the question for this week? How much is too much initiative to show in dating, okay? And I get this question a lot because, you know, ladies want to know, am I giving too little, am I giving too much? Because here's the deal, ladies. If you give too little, you could come across as being disinterested, you know, and God could go elsewhere. But if you give too much, then you could come across as being too needy, clingy. That doesn't work. You know, it's almost like if somebody makes something, a dish or whatever, and you go taste it and you're thinking, you taste it and you're like, I don't know, it's like something's missing. Or you taste it and they put too much of something in it and you're like, yeah, what is that? You know, it's kind of like the dish. You need balance, okay? And I say it really boils down to knowledge, because you can really tell if you don't have the proper balance, because you know what? He might marry her instead of you. Sun Tzu, that is the author of The Art of War. Some of you may be familiar with that book. Well, he said it like this. He said spies are a most important element in warfare because on them depends the army's ability to move. Chris, why are you talking about wars and armies and all that? Well, yeah, it is appropriate to relationships. Why? Because when you have inside information, and that's all spies give you, then you know, okay, we're going to go do this and we're not going to do that. So when you know about the mind of a man, okay, what motivates a man, then you know exactly what to do. And sometimes I feel like that's what I do. I tell ladies exactly what they should do based on how we as men are wired. You remember how, like in the old Chinese movies, you know, you had like the sensei, you had the student coming in there and they bow down and they be like, and then you got the old guy, he's sitting there like with his hands crossed or his legs crossed, and he's like, when you can snatch the pebble from my hand, then you are ready to be in a successful relationship. You know, he's always got the bad eye. Sometimes I feel like that's me, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I grew up only child, got a very active imagination, and unfortunately, y'all have to deal with it. So yes, you have to ask yourself, do you have the proper amount of balance, okay? Do you have too much oregano, all right, in your recipe? Ask yourself that. Listen, I got to get out of here. Before I do, make sure that you sign up for the webinar, Why He Married Her Instead of You. If you haven't, listen, we had so much fun the last time. I know it's going to be even more fun this time. We're going to be talking about all kind of stuff. That is August 25th. It's a Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, go to the website, get the clips from the men. They've been talking about why he married, well, yeah, it's called Why He Married Her Instead of You. But, you know, the whole successful woman thing, are guys intimidated? Why does one guy leave, you know, a good girl for a bad girl? All that. Okay, here's another thing. If you don't have this, if you don't have this book, okay, The Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box, let me tell you something. You definitely need to get it. And we did not want to, my co-author and I, we did not want to write another boring how-to book, you know, step 1, do this, step 3. No. You know what? Because what happens if you do step 1 and it don't work for you the way you thought it would? Or what if you don't do step 1, okay, and then you go through all kind of changes? Because oftentimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, all right? This book right here shows you what it's like to be like in the trenches. It's about Deborah Hampton. She's 35 years old, successful attorney. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, but she cannot figure her life out when it comes to men to save her life. She keeps going through bad relationship after bad relationship, and then a friend of hers says, look, you know what? You need to work with Doc Reid. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm in the book. I have vanity. Okay, sue me. All right. And what happens? She starts to get control of her relationships and in her life, and she starts to experience the kind of relationships that she wants. Okay, it's not rocket science, ladies. Okay, I mean ladies. Okay, so listen, you can get the hard copy, you can get the PDF, you can get the Kindle version, whatever versions. Okay, so listen, I got to get out of here. They are having a marathon today on the Lifetime channel, and I've got to be front and center. Okay, so don't really let that out, because if you do, they could snatch my man card and go all bad for me. They won't allow me to come to the meetings no more. All right, so listen, I'm out of here. Make sure you have yourself a great relationship week. Take care. Bye.